Hello everyone. Today we are going to continue with our same topic that we have started yesterday, that is excretion. And now we are going to proceed forward, and now we will be studying about the structure of the nephron. Regarding this structure, here you are able to see that this is a capillaries network of capillaries which is made from nearly 50 capillaries. Very thin capillaries are there, and this part is known as glomerulus. Okay, and this glomerulus is lying inside a cup-like cavity which is known as the Bowman capsule. Okay, so in this Bowman capsule is there, then just after this Bowman capsule, the tubular extension which you are able to see is known as proximal convoluted tubule here. This one is known as the proximal convoluted tubule. Okay, so it is going to now descend down. Now it is known as Henle's loop. This U-shaped loop which you are able to see over here, this is known as loop of Henle. Then here is the ascending limb of this convoluted tubule, and now it will lead to the DCT, distal convoluted tubule. This diagram you have to draw in your notebook also. Okay, then this distal convoluted tubule is going to open into the collecting duct. Okay, so this is going to be open inside the collecting duct. Now here is the structure. See, this is a structure of nephron which is present inside the kidney. Okay, when you will be seeing the longitudinal section of the kidney, then you will be able to see this structure, and this head part is there in the outer part of the kidney which is known as cortex. Then this tube will descend into the medulla part, and then again it will move upward and it will come to the cortex part of the kidney. Regarding this one, you can get the diagram in your reference book, that is a S-charm also, and this one is the detailed version of that diagram. Okay, so here we are going to proceed with the key points. The glomerulus is the site in the nephron where fluid and solutes are filtered out of the blood to form the glomerular filtrate. Here this capillary network which is having nearly 50 capillaries, it is known as the glomerulus. ठीक है, तो ये glomerulus क्या है? Basically whatever the substance need to be filtered, so that blood is going to be entered into this glomerulus through afferent arteriole. Okay, afferent arteriole from the renal artery. ठीक है, renal artery will bring the blood inside the afferent arteriole. Then this afferent arteriole is going to pour that blood into the glomerulus, and the wall of the glomerular capillaries are very thin, and they are not able to tolerate that much high pressure. Now what is going to happen, then it is going to feel some sort of pressure, and because of that pressure some fluid like substance is going to ooze out मतलब उससे बाहर निकल करके आता है. Then this substance or the fluid is going to be filled inside the Bowman capsule, and slowly it will percolate down into the proximal convoluted tubule. तो अभी इसमें जो कुछ भी substances आए हैं उनमें है बेसिकली ग्लूकोज, अमीनो एसिड, सॉल्ट, वाटर, यूरिया, ये सारी चीजें हैं. ओके, सो नाउ वी हैव टू सी दैट व्हाट आर द यूजफुल सब्सटेंसेस व्हिच केम इनटू द बोमन कैप्सूल, लाइक ग्लूकोज, अमीनो एसिड, फ्यू सॉल्ट्स एंड सर्टेन अमाउंट ऑफ वाटर. ये हमारी बॉडी के लिए एसेंशियल है. तो क्या करना पड़ेगा? अभी ये तो चला गया किसमें? It has entered inside the Bowman capsule. It need to be taken back. ठीक है, that process we will do it later. But right now the process in which the fluid is going to enter into the Bowman capsule, this process is known as ultrafiltration. ठीक है, first we will go for the terminology, then I will explain you the entire process. Got it? The proximal and distal tubule. So this one is the proximal tubule. ये जो the sort of tubule which is lying near to the Bowman capsule is known as proximal convoluted tubule. ठीक है, when it will descend down, it will convert into hairpin loop like structure. hairpin की जैसा structure है, इसे बोलते हैं loop of Henle. Then it is going to move ascend, and it is known as the ascending limb of the nephron. Then it is going to lead into the tubular structure. Again that is known as a distal convoluted. Distal मतलब होता है basically दूर वाला. ठीक है, which is lying apart or at the distance place. That is the reason it is known as a distal convoluted tubule, and this distal convoluted tubule is going to open into collecting duct. So this collecting duct may be receiving n number of openings of the nephron. It is not only one. तो यहाँ पे बहुत सारे nephrons की opening open हो रही होगी किसमें, collecting duct में. Then this collecting duct is going to pour the secretion into the basic area, that is the ureters. ठीक है, that we will talk later on. Okay. So the proximal and the distal tubules, the loop of Henle and the collecting ducts are site of the reabsorption. तो reabsorption का site कहाँ से शुरू होता है? यहाँ से शुरू होता है PCT, then loop of Henle, then this one DCT. ठीक है, इस पूरे एरिया में क्या होता है, reabsorption. Let me tell you three processes I am going to talk you about. First is ultrafiltration. Ultrafiltration is going to happen in between the glomerulus and the Bowman capsule. ठीक है, ये Bowman capsule और glomerulus के बीच में जो filtration होने वाला है उसे हम बोलते हैं basically ultrafiltration. Then it is going to proceed further. When we will be coming to the PCT, then PCT, loop of Henle, then distal convoluted tubule. Whatever the process is going to happen in this part will be reabsorption. Why reabsorption? I'll tell you. Initially, I told you कि amino acids, glucose, salts, they all came inside the Bowman capsule, and you must be knowing that this glucose, amino acids, and water, some salts, these are essential components. They need to be taken back into the blood. Here you are able to see the sort of extension in the form of red pipelines. This red pipelines basically renal arteries and the renal veins. Okay, so here you are able to see this one, this pipeline structure. ये कहाँ है? This is going to be move around the PCT, Henle loop and DCT. Why they are staying here? The reason is there, whatever the useful substances are there inside this PCT, like amino acid, like glucose, they will be taken back into the blood circulation, like this one here. This is going to be now enter into the renal vein. ये renal vein बन जाएगा जाकर के. Entry हुई थी renal artery के form में. ठीक है, तो this renal vein is going to carry this blood. So it is going to be carry glucose, amino acid, salts. But whatever is the waste product, the nitrogenous waste product, it is not going to be taken back into this blood vessels because they need to be excrete out, like urea, water, okay, and some of the salts, they need to be expelled out, so they are not going to be reabsorbed. So second process is the reabsorption, and whatever will be the remaining in the DCT, that is the distal convoluted tubule, it need to be poured into the collecting duct, and all the collecting ducts are going to be open into the ureter. So here the process in which these tubes are going to secrete the excretory product outside the body, that is known as the tubular secretion. So once again we'll repeat. First, ultrafiltration happening in the glomerulus. Whatever the glomerular filtrate is there, it will come to the Bowman capsule. So this process, ultrafiltration. Whatever the useful substances which came into the PCT and the loop of Henle and DCT, that substance need to be taken back. क्यों? क्योंकि ग्लूकोज को, अमीनो एसिड को हम यूरिन में नहीं जाने दे सकते. ठीक है, इट इज रिक्वायर्ड सब्सटेंस फॉर अवर बॉडी, सो इट नीड टू बी टेकन बैक फ्रॉम द PCT. PCT से वापस लेना है. लूप ऑफ हेनले में भी अगर वो पहुंच गया तो वापस ले लेना है. एक्सेस अमाउंट ऑफ वाटर है उसको भी वापस ले लेना है. तो ये वापस लेने का काम मतलब है रीएब्जॉर्प्शन. रीएब्जॉर्प्शन इज गोइंग टू बी हैपन इन द दिस पार्ट. PCT से वापस लिया किसने? ये रीनल आपकी वीन ने लिया है. ये रीनल वीन ने इसको भी वापस ले लिया है. वॉट एवर द एक्सेस अमाउंट ऑफ वाटर, सम सॉल्ट्स, amino acid, glucose, complete amount of the glucose, complete amount of the amino acid need to be taken back, and now it is going to be move again back to the blood circulatory system. Okay, so this is the basic part of this one. Now we will be moving into the detail. All of the glucose in the blood is reabsorbed by the proximal convoluted tubule through ion co-transport. This part I already discussed. And the loop of Henle, sometimes known as the nephron loop, is a U-shaped tube that consists of a descending limb and an ascending limb. तो ये जो नीचे की तरफ जा रहा है इसको हम descending limb बोलेंगे, और जब ये loop of Henle is going to move upward to the DCT, it is known as the ascending limb. Okay, make it clear. Okay, which differs in permeability. Now, the collecting duct and the distal convoluted tubules are normally impermeable to water. ये कैसे है normally? Which part? The collecting duct means this one, and this part. ये normally impermeable to water है. ठीक है, तो ज़्यादातर reabsorption is going to be end up in the Henle's loop. But if some excess amount still remain, that only distal convoluted tubule is going to pour into the renal vein. Okay. Now key terms, Bowman capsule. It is a cup-like. Here it is a cup-like sac at the beginning of the tubular component of the nephron in the mammalian kidney. Mammalian kidney में ये जो उसका नेफ्रॉन का बेसिकली ये किडनी के अंदर पाया जाने वाला यूनिट है जिसको हम बोलते हैं नेफ्रॉन, एंड दिस cup-like cavity is known as a Bowman capsule. ठीक है. Proximal tubule, ट्यूब है proximal यानी Bowman capsule के पास वाली. The first and the primary sort of water and iron reabsorption in the kidney, where all glucose is in the blood is reabsorbed. तो जितना भी ग्लूकोज है सबको सब reabsorb करना है. कौन से पार्ट में करेंगे ये? पीसीटी के अंदर जितना भी ग्लूकोज है वो reabsorb कर लिया जाएगा इस रीनल वीन के थ्रू. ओके, नेक्स्ट ग्लोमेरुलस. ग्लोमेरुलस क्या है? नाउ लेट्स सी. इट्स अ स्मॉल इंटरवाइन. इंटरवाइन मतलब एक दूसरे में उलझी हुई. ठीक है. ग्रुप ऑफ कैपिलरीज विद इन द नेफ्रॉन ऑफ द किडनी दैट फिल्टर्स द ब्लड टू मेक द यूरिन. और फिल्ट्रेशन का प्रोसेस यहीं से शुरू होता है. ठीक है. सो दिस इज अ capillary network which is known as the glomerulus, and here it is a afferent, this one is a efferent. Okay, it is going to move further, and this is basically the extension of the renal artery. Renal artery has brought the blood inside, then renal vein has taken the purified blood. So nephron. Nephron means here this detailed structure. Nephron is a basic structure and functional unit of the kidney that regulates water and soluble balances substances in the body by filtering the blood. ये क्या करता है? बॉडी के अंदर सॉल्ट को वाटर को बैलेंस करता है. क्योंकि क्या करेगा? बेसिकली दिस पार्ट इज ओनली गोइंग टू reabsorb the substances, basically reabsorbing what is needed, जो जरूरत का है और जो एक्सक्रीट करना है, ये सब काम कौन करता है? नेफ्रॉन करता है. इट्स फंक्शन इज वाइटल फॉर होम्योस्टेसिस ऑफ ब्लड वॉल्यूम, ब्लड प्रेशर. तो ब्लड वॉल्यूम, ओस्मो रेगुलेशन, बेसिकली सॉल्ट बैलेंस, वाटर बैलेंस, टेम्परेचर बैलेंस, ये सारी चीजें इनकी वजह से होती है. इट इज रेगुलेटेड बाय द न्यूरोएंडोक्राइन सिस्टम. इसको कंट्रोल करने के लिए कौन सा सिस्टम है? न्यूरोएंडोक्राइन सिस्टम. बाय द हार्मोन सच एज एंटी डायूरेटिक हार्मोन, एल्डोस्टेरॉन, पैराथायरॉइड हार्मोन्स इसमें हेल्प करेंगे इनको. Now here I have given you the longitudinal section of the kidney. Here you are able to see this is basically the outer part is known as the cortex, inner part is known as the medulla. In between you will be able to see this pyramidal structure. This pyramidal structures are having this structure nephron. So here they have given you the small section in this one detailed version. So glomerulus is a capillary tuft that received its blood supply from the afferent arteriole of the renal circulation. तो रीनल सर्कुलेशन मतलब होता है रीनल एक ऐसी पाइपलाइन है जो कि किडनी में ब्लड की सप्लाई देती है. तो रीनल आर्टरी और रीनल वेन दो इसके पार्ट्स है. ओके, here fluid and solutes are filtered out of the blood into the space made by the Bowman capsule. तो ये ग्लोमेरुलस से निकल करके सारे सब्सटेंसेस लाइक अमीनो एसिड्स, here it is given. ये जो अल्ट्रा फिल्ट्रेट जिसको हम बोलते हैं द प्रोसेस ऑफ अल्ट्रा फिल्ट्रेशन, द फिल्ट्रेट कंटेन वाटर आया, salts आए, bicarbonates आए, hydrogen ion came, urea came, glucose came, amino acids came, some drugs came. So whatever is required substance that need to be taken back into the blood system of the renal arteries and the renal veins. ठीक है, renal transport में उसको वापस डालना है. So that process is going to be occur in the process of reabsorption. ठीक है. सो एक्टिव ट्रांसपोर्ट, पैसिव ट्रांसपोर्ट, सिक्रेशन, ये सारा का सारा पार्ट जो है ये पीसीटी में किया जाएगा रीएब्जॉर्प्शन का. ठीक है, पीसीटी में क्या किया गया? NaCl जो था whatever amount was required it was taken back into the renal circulation. Bicarbonates taken back into the renal circulation. Water taken back into the renal circulation, but little amount will be still left over. Glucose and amino acids, entire amount of the glucose and amino acid need to be taken back into the renal circulation. Okay, so whatever is remaining, it will move down, and here in this part excess amount of water is taken back into the renal circulation. Now we are moving further. Excess amount of whatever the amount of salt needed for the body, it is also going to be taken back into the renal circulation. NaCl आगे जाकर के ascending limb of the uh, Henle loop, it is again NaCl is going to be reabsorbed. Now we are going to move further. It is the distal tubule. Distal tubule में सोडियम क्लोराइड अगर एक्सेस अमाउंट में बाहर जाने वाला था बॉडी से तो उसको भी वापस ले लिया जाएगा, बाइकार्बोनेट्स को भी ले लिया जाएगा. एंड पोटेशियम आयन, सम ड्रग्स, ये यूरिन में डाल दिए जाएंगे. एंड हाइड्रोजन आयन्स आर आल्सो गोइंग टू बी रिलीज इनटू द यूरिन. एंड फर्दर वट एवर यू आर गोइंग टू सी इन द फॉर्म ऑफ यूरिन. अब ये कलेक्टिंग डक्ट है, यहाँ पे कोई रीअब्सॉर्प्शन नहीं होने वाला. Here you are able to see that water will be expelled out in the urine. Sodium chloride also is going to be expelled out in the urine, but some amount, not all. Urea, entire urea need to be expelled out, because we are doing this process for this sake only, so as to remove the waste, that is the urea, and the some amount of water in the form of urine, and it is going to be moved into now renal pelvis. Renal pelvis, basically this part of the kidney. Okay, it will reach the renal pelvis, and renal pelvis will now descend down into the ureters. Okay, so the Bowman capsule, these are also called the glomerular capsules around the glomerulus. It allows fluid and small molecules like glucose, ions like sodium to pass to the nephron. तो ये Bowman capsule क्या करेगा? Basically, it will allow the movement of the sodium, glucose, amino acid to pass into the nephron. Okay, so red blood cells now are large protein. So whatever the red blood cells which is there in the glomerulus, it is in the form of a large protein. It cannot pass through the glomerulus capillaries into the Bowman capsule. Okay, so it will not pass. Like such as serum albumins, these also cannot pass to the glomerulus under normal circumstances. And however, if there is some injury, then they may be able to pass through the and can cause blood and protein content to enter in the urine. If the blood is going to be released into the Bowman capsule, then urine will be containing some sort of blood, and it is all because of some sort of injury or some internal accidental issues. Okay, filtration is possible because the wall of the glomerular capillaries and Bowman capsule are very thin. See, whatever the filtrate has came out of the glomerulus has entered into the Bowman capsule, that is all because that their wall are very thin, and it's selectively permeable. Okay, this is what is the detailed diagram. And now once again we are going to talk about the processes which are happening over here. The first process is happening in between the glomerulus and Bowman capsule. Some content from the glomerulus is going to be ooze out because of its thin wall and high pressure. It will reach to the Bowman capsule, and this process is known as the ultrafiltration. And the substances which came into the Bowman capsule is known as filtrate. The component of filtrate are these one. This you have to learn it properly. And now reabsorption. Reabsorption is going to be that is known as selective reabsorption, because each and everything is not going to be reabsorbed. Only few things like sodium chloride, bicarbonate ion, water, glucose, amino acids, these are going to be reabsorbed into the renal circulation. That is the reason it is known as selective reabsorption. Here water is going to be reabsorbed, salts are going to be reabsorbed. Then we will move to the distal convoluted tubule, that is DCT. DCT are also going to release some sort of NaCl and bicarbonate into the renal circulation. Then afterwards there is no reabsorption. There will be simple tubular secretion. Tubes are going to secrete the excretory product, and this process will be known as tubular secretion, in which water, salt, urea, these are going to be removed out from the body in the form of urine. So this is the detailed version. Okay, so let's proceed further. Once the waste material is filtered out, the blood free from these waste material goes into the renal vein. ठीक है, यहाँ पे मैं आपको फिर से बता दूं when we are going to talk about the renal artery and renal vein, then renal artery will be containing the blood which need to be purified, मतलब जिसको प्योर करना है, जिसे क्लीन करना है, means it is having the urea. Okay. uh, After the reabsorption process, whatever the blood capillaries you are able to see surrounding this PCT, DCT, it was taking the blood back into the system so as to circulate in the body. That system was under the renal vein. Renal vein ने क्या किया, जो प्योरीफाई हो गया था ब्लड, जिसमें से यूरिया निकल चुका था, उस ब्लड को लेकर के वो बॉडी में फिर से सर्कुलेट करने के लिए पहुंचाता है. So here you are able to see that renal artery and renal vein are doing the just reverse function which normal artery and veins do. Okay. So remember this point. So once the waste material is filtered out, the blood free from these waste material goes into the renal vein. And again, this is an important point, from where it goes into the heart through posterior vena cava. So posterior vena cava is going to be poured this blood into the right auricle of the heart, because it is containing the carbon dioxide. It need to be removed, okay, in the lungs. The fluid containing waste material is forced out of the glomerular capillaries in the Bowman capsule. So whatever the fluid which is there in the waste material which is carrying is forced out of the glomerular capillary. तो glomerular capillary में बहुत thin होने की वजह से, pressure high होने की वजह से, it is going to be released inside the Bowman capsule. ठीक है, तो Bowman capsule में आ गया है ये. The filtered out fluid is known as glomerular filtrate. ये जो filter होकर के Bowman capsule के अंदर filtrate आया है, that is known as that ultrafiltration, and it is known as filtrate. Basically glomerular filtrate बोलते हैं क्योंकि glomerulus से निकल के आया है. ठीक है. And it contains, again I have given you in some specific color, that is it is a sodium, potassium आया है, and chloride ions came, glucose, amino acids along with urea and large amount of water. All these substances came into the PCT. Now PCT में क्या होगा? PCT में होगा selective reabsorption. The proximal tubule is the first site of the water reabsorption into the bloodstream and the site where the majority of water and salt reabsorption take place. So now during the flow of glomerular filtrate, ये glomerular filtrate PCT में move कर रहा है in this long tube, and the reabsorption of useful material, जो कुछ भी body को required material है उसको वापस लेने का एक मौका है. तो body क्या करेगी? Sodium chloride, glucose, amino acid, water, it is going to be taken back into the renal circulation. ठीक. During the flow of glomerular filtrate in this long tube, reabsorption of useful material and secretion of certain substances take place. The material reabsorbed are glucose, amino acid, sodium, potassium, chloride and water. Okay. Now we came to the next part of this one, that is the loop of Henle, hairpin loop structure. The loop of Henle is U-shaped tube that consists of descending limb. This one is the descending limb. Okay, this one is the ascending limb. It transfers fluid from the proximal, ये proximal convoluted tubule से फिल्ट्रेट को लेकर के कहाँ जा रहा है? डिस्टल कॉन्वोल्यूटेड ट्यूब्यूल की तरफ. इसका ये फंक्शन है बेसिकली. द डिसेंडिंग लिम्ब इज हाईली, दिस डिसेंडिंग लिम्ब इट इज हाईली परमिएबल टू वाटर, तो वाटर कैन मूव बैक इनटू द रीनल सर्कुलेशन. ठीक है. Is highly permeable to water but completely impermeable to ions. Ions cannot transport through this part of the Henle's loop, means the descending limb part. Okay, when it will become ascending limb, then salt can transport to the renal circulation. So now next is the distal convoluted tubule and the collecting duct. The distal convoluted tubule, this one is the ascending limb and this one is the distal convoluted tubule. Distal convoluted tubule and this one is the collecting duct is the final site of reabsorption. यहाँ पे final reabsorption होगा. ठीक है, of components of the nephron. Its permeability to water is variable. मतलब it may be variable as per the pH, as per the temperature. So normally it is impermeable to water and permeable to ions. Basically this part is impermeable, this one, the distal convoluted tubule. ये distal convoluted tubule में water को आप वापस नहीं ले सकते renal circulation. So normally impermeable to water and permeable to ions, but ions can travel to the renal circulation through this part. So it is however different in terms of histology. Now The osmolarity of fluid to the distal tubule and collecting duct is highly variable depending on hormone stimulus. तो हार्मोन के स्टिमुलस की वजह से यहाँ पे कुछ ट्रांसपोर्टेशन ऑफ आयंस में थोड़ा डिफरेंस हो सकता है. After passing through the collecting duct, this is the collecting duct, the fluid is brought into the ureter. So this fluid will enter to the renal pelvis. This one is the renal pelvis and this one is the ureter, where it leaves the kidney as a urine. Now it is going to be known as the urine. So this one is the last part of this one. Now we have to talk about the composition of the urine, what exactly it is. The urine is a fluid and dissolved waste substances excreted by the kidney. Urine क्या है? एक ऐसा fluid जिसमें कि waste जो है वो लिक्विड फॉर्म में यानी कि डिजोल्व फॉर्म में है. ठीक है. ह्यूमन यूरिन में क्या होता है? नियरली 95% वाटर होता है और 5% नाइट्रोजनस सब्सटेंसेस. एंड द इंटरेस्टिंग पॉइंट फ्रॉम वेयर दिस नाइट्रोजनस सब्सटेंसेस केम इन अवर बॉडी. सी नाइट्रोजनस सब्सटेंसेस केम थ्रू द प्लांट्स and nitrogen you must be knowing is the important component of our genetic material also. And whatever the proteins you are eating like pulses, gram, all those components are also containing high amount of nitrogen. So this nitrogen, whatever the excess amount of nitrogen will be there which came into our body in the form of protein, it is going to be converted into urea, and that urea need to be expelled out from our body because it is its accumulation inside the body is very toxic. So finally the urine moves through the ureter and collects in the urinary bladder till thrown out of the body through urethra. Okay, so how it will be thrown out? It is going to be thrown out. See, two pipeline structures are there that is known as the ureters. It is going to pour the substance that urine into the urinary bladder, and when urinary bladder is going to be filled, then because of opening of the sphincter muscles, this urine is going to be released out through the opening or the mouth of the urinary bladder that is known as the urethra. So urine is yellow colored fluid due to the presence of, this is very very important, please learn it, due to the presence of the pigment that is यूरोक्रोम. ये यूरोक्रोम की वजह से ही यूरिन का कलर कैसा होता है? येलोइश इन कलर. सो दिस वाज ऑल अबाउट द एक्सक्रीटरी सिस्टम इन humans. And our next topic which we are going to continue is the excretion in plants.